Welcome back to another video here on a scan tool. This scan tool here is the CRP919X by Launch. And before we begin, I'll just briefly show you what's inside of the box. Obviously, the scan tool came inside of the blow molded case. The actual ODB2 cord came inside of the case. And the what you would expect that would come inside of a box like this would be your power brick, USB-C Type-C charging cable, international plug here, international plug here, and that adapter there. Nothing comes on this side. I believe they just use this. They probably put other units in this case, but hey, you can at least say what I would use this part of the unit right here for. Like there's nothing over here. You can get you say an extra 10-foot cable or something, for example, and set it in here so you can keep it all together. I thought that was, that's what I would use that part for. All right. So on to this scan tool to start the show here. Let me pull this. I'm gonna take this cord off really quick to make this a little bit less cumbersome here. Set this over here. All right, so first thing I want to tell you about is that the unit is touchscreen. For example, I can go to settings here, and I can go go back with the arrow key here. But it's also, you have these touch pads over here. You can manipulate things. But for example, I want to go to settings. I can go here and go okay. This is nice because, for example, say if you got really dirty hands, or if you're outside in the cold and got on thick gloves, you have the possibility of using the touch screen, or you had a possibility of using the touch pads. I thought it was really nice. Second of all, the battery life on this thing is phenomenal. I think I left it upstairs Wednesday, just turned on, but the screen wasn't on. The screen wasn't active, but it only lost like 3 or 4%. Maybe it was Tuesday when I left it. But anyway, it has a very good battery in it. The hardware comes with a lot of space. We'll check that out here in a minute. And it comes with 2 free years of updates. Now, a lot of people may say, oh, 2 years of updates. Well, think about it. If you get 2 free years of updates, that's a 2024 year. You're not really going to be necessarily scanning cars that's a brand new car, or 2025, or even a 2026 model for quite some time. So with the 2-year updates, especially as a DIY person, maybe even in the shop, you may not really need to update this thing for 5, 6, 7, or 8, even 8 years or so. And with that said, all of the features, the bidirectional controls, everything stays intact even when the update runs out. If you just want to, get newer model cars after a certain period of time, you can update that as well. So let's go through the menus here. So in diagnose, obviously, you're going to have all of the cars here that you, this is an international scan tool. I mean, it works on everything: South Africa, China, Australia, United States, you name it. If you want to remove any of these cars, they don't recommend doing it. But if you just long press, this will pop up and it'll say the software is deleted. You can delete it, and you can just hit cancel. Or okay if you want. Or you can just search right here to pick the car. All right, so, and also they got a history here, which is pretty typical. You can do a quick access from there as well. All right, so next, ODB2, this is where you get your freeze frame data. You can get freeze frame data from diagnosis when you look in certain modules as well. The monitoring tab here, that's, of course, if you want to see if your car passed inspection. All the resets, now here we go. You got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 31 special functions. They call them resets on this. So this puts this in line with the D7, with the X2 D7, if you're familiar with that scan tool. I think the Launch scan tools, I think at this price point, may have better ECU coding and programming capabilities. But again, I've never used those features, but again, that's what I read and see on the internet. And by the way, this scan tool right now, I think they got a coupon running on Amazon. It's about in the $450 price range. And there you have it. I have a link in the pinned comment below if you're interested. Battery voltage is just what it suggests. You can just one click monitor battery voltage. We'll take a look at that when we get inside the car. Data, all of your data here is stored, like your recordings, diagnostic recordings, image, and so forth. And this is where it's what they call the mall, where there's special cards, I guess, don't come with the software package typically. Most people, unless you're in a very specialized market, you're not going to be buying this stuff. So you don't really have to worry about having to buy anything extra. This is just that you're in these specific markets. Configure renewal, you can renew right here. It appears to be $199 a month. I mean, not a month, sorry, a year. You can go to right here to upgrade. Obviously, you can upgrade here very easily. And go to settings. You can change all your settings here. And the big thing I want to point out here is that you can see your expiration date on your software. You know that you don't get any updates after November the 2nd of 2024. And the last thing I want to show you here, you go to About, you can see this thing has a lot of space left on it, 15 gigabytes available. So that's quite a bit of space because these files aren't that big in terms of the reports and the diagnostic recordings. Now, one thing that I wish I'm going to email launch and see would they oblige is that this does not have a screen recording capability. Like I can't record this right here and do an overlay. However, you can do data stream recording. So anyway, I'm going to make this video with me just recording the actual Scantool. But as you know, if you watch my videos, I like to do screen recording and do an overlay. But this is going to work as well. So with that said, let's go ahead and jump in the car, and we're going to check out some features of the Scantool. Hey guys, I'm back here in the Buick. This time I'm in my 2017 Buick LaCrosse, so this is going to be a little treat for you guys. I mean, at least I think so. And if GM is listening, or Buick or whoever, please begin remaking these cars. I love these Buick LaCrosses so much. I think these sedans are fabulous. So with that said, let's jump right into the diagnosis here. We're going to show you just how fast the auto detect and the health report works. Let's go ahead and do that. And once we do this, we're just going to do looking at the we're going to just take a look at the ODB2 and some other few things, and then we're going to do a couple of actuation tests and a little bit of live data just to show you what this Scantool has to offer. We're going to hit OK. I do know that there is a couple of just communication codes inside of, say, the electronic parking brake module and something else. So it's not anything that would affect drivability of the car. It's just some small things that just may happen. I don't know why, but yeah, electronic parking brake, power steering control module. But the car runs again. You're probably rarely gonna find, unless it's a spanking brand new car, you're probably gonna have some sort of code where it lost communication inside of a control module because it may have just thought, oh, I didn't get the voltage changed fast enough or something like that. For example, I don't really know, but that's what I think. So, all right, this health report is pretty fast, I got to say. Oh, and by the way, this thing is running on Android 10. So that's probably why it's much better at battery efficiency and the speed of the health report. This is pretty fast. All right, here's the report. This is what the report looks like. You can put it has everything on it here. I like that it has a location on it. Again, if you want to see your codes, you just go in here, check them out, and see what you got here, for example. And you can even share from this screen here. And what you could do is that you can go back here, and you can take a look at codes here. And let me scroll down here. Body control module. See, can you go in here? Yeah, you can't go in this. You can't go in this menu here. See what happens when you hit this little key here. Do you want to exit? Let's hit cancel. When you back up, what'll happen is that you're gonna go back here to this screen. This is the way I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go here, and I'm just gonna go to quick access again because I don't know launch's software that well. So it might be an easier way to get to the actual individual modules, but again, my knowledge with launch is limited, so I'm learning as I go along. So anyway, here's all the modules you want. So let's go to engine control module. I just want to show you just a list of actuation tests. I had the big 3.6 LGX here. This is automatic. take a look at this. Look at all these actuations, possible actuations you can do with these types of cars, and maybe newer cars or some other cars even have more. Special functions here. You got all of these learn functions, which some of these are going to be under the list in the main menu. And then you also have these reset functions, which are also probably going to be under the main special functions or what you call them, reset menu on the main screen. Inspection and maintenance information here. You can take a look probably at like probably your IM monitoring. So we'll take a look at that here in a minute on the main screen after I do a few things here. I just want to go back and just let's do a typical I'm gonna do a windshield wiper test. This should show you how this works. First of all, let me look at the special functions. Okay, there's a lot of special functions. Reset team driver pin. Wow, this thing has a lot of stuff on. I gotta say, I did not expect this many possibilities. I'm not saying all of them will work, but I did not expect this possibilities here. All right, so I got my car on here. This is what you call the car's on. What's it say? Key on, no starter, whatever you call it. I forgot what it's called. But let's go to wipers here. We're going to wiper washer relay, and we are going to hit active, and it should cut on. So we see that actually I might be running low on fluid. It's running. I know you can hear that. Yeah, I'm out of fluid actually. That's funny. All right, let's hit inactive here. I'm out of fluid because you can hear that running. Did you hear that? Let me do it again. Make sure. Yeah, I'm out of fluid. That's funny. All right, so I got to put more fluid in my car, so that's good to know. All right, let's go back to our wiper. Let me just try something here. Yeah, I'm out of fluid. I've done it manually just to see what happened. All right, so now let me go down here and do the wiper motor relay. I'm going to put that on low, and we'll see. Everything is going down. Then we'll hit stop. See where it stopped at the wrong position, just kind of up right here. There's a park position, so if you hit park, it'll set them back in the right location. All right, so that's that. That's just to show you just how the actuations work. I always do that one because that's an easy one to do here. Engine control module. I may have to go ahead and cut the car and look at some live data here. Let's hit read data stream. Let's say engine data. Let's see here what we got inside of here. A brake booster. Wait a minute, brake booster pressure sensor. I don't think I've seen that one before actually. Maybe I have and I just missed it. Let's see. I always look at oxygen sensors because it's just some of the easiest ones to look at here. Maybe I know I'm gonna have to cut the car, but I'm gonna see what'll happen. That's the current voltage with the car, with just the key on car off. So let me cut this car on for a second, right quick. That's the car started up. I'm probably gonna have to back out to do that again. I was just testing to see what it actually updated in real time. Oh, it did. Interesting. But they're quite high, but now they're going down, which makes sense. So let's hit combine. We hit OK. Choose OK. Thank you. Now we can put them all on this. This should make a graph. Yeah, here we go. So if we look at, let's see, if we look at the green and the blue line, we should see some fluctuations here. Wait a minute, green and red, sorry. Because those are the ones that are the first ones that are getting the air coming from the combustion chamber and exhaust, so it should be going up and down between a rich and a lean fuel mixture. However, the blue and the orange should be steady because it has gone through the catalytic converter and has been basically homogenized and should all be the same type of exhaust coming out. And that's what we see. We just see that sort of sine wave, if you will, with the green and the red, and the steady with the blue and the yellow. They're basically laying on top of each other, and they're about close to 0.8, so which is good. I just cut the car on, so it's probably running a bit rich for now, but it should, I think, ideally run between 0.7 and 0.8 for the bank. For this oxygen sensor 2. So this makes sense. So I'm happy with what I see here. All right. So now let's back out. I'm just going to back all the way out here, and I'm just going to take one last look at. Let's go. Oh, I forgot. If you just hit the home key, you go straight to the home. I'm gonna just look at ODB2 stuff. Exit current diagnosis. Okay, I guess I gotta exit this current diagnosis to actually see that. Yes, makes sense. All right, now we hit home, hit ODB2, and you can get freeze frame data from in here, but you can also get it from the other menu. I found it the other day under the actual health report, but again, I'm not that familiar with this software here, and it's everything's a bit new to me here, so I'm gonna learn this software as I go along here. Let's see what it says. Full protocol scan. I wonder what. Yeah, it's just checking what protocol it has here. Yeah. Okay. I'll just back out of here. Okay. All right. So the monitoring, in case if you unhook your battery, for example, or if you clear the code, clear the check engine light, you want to go get your car inspected, you drive around until everything is green, or you meet your state's requirement. In North Carolina, you can have one not ready and still pass. All right, there's that. Now, battery voltage is pretty interesting because, again, you can now see, again, as I'm showing battery voltage now, this makes sense. With your car on, your car should be about 14 point something voltage. And so it looks like it could be around, I don't know if you can blow this up or not. Can you? Oh, that's one thing. Okay, that's interesting. Let's see if I hit a button over here. It didn't seem, that would be nice if you could resize the screen, but be it as it's made, you can see that that's 14, probably 0.2 or 0.3, which makes sense is what it should be at. But you can probably go back into the actual diagnosis of the ODB2 or somewhere and get the actual real voltage. I think we saw it under here. Let's see. Let's go back real quick. I think I saw voltage under here. So you can get the actual real voltage, like the precise, yeah, 14.0. So that makes sense, around 14. All right. So with that said, guys, that is the conclusion of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. There's a link in the pinned comment for this scan tool if you're interested. Fantastic. I would say that I'm in love with my XTOOL D8, but I am just as in love with this launch scan tool. They both get my highest recommendations, particularly for the price point. Again, do your research, because it might be certain things you're looking for in a scan tool. Also, email the companies. It might be certain functions and features that may only work with certain models, makes, and years of cars. So always do that. So with that said, you guys take care. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.